Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dr. Juan Novoa. Today, I'd like to talk about the comments that I read on the Fellsheet clip groups, the eShore groups, post-tubal ligation, related, and also the meshes, of course, related to the level of frustration that everyone feels and being let down or being taken advantage of in association with complications from these different biological implants. Here's one point that I read, or a comment that I read on one of the legal Facebook pages, or talking about lawsuits. Is a comment was made by a particular individual who said, "We have won because we have now bowed down and settled our cases against, for example, the Bayer Corporation." And my first comment to that is that when it comes to the complications of a biological implant, no one is a winner. You're not a winner because you didn't agree to settle. You're not. Okay? What's even more frustrating is that I know for a fact that some of the same people that are claiming that they didn't settle, that they're winners because they didn't settle for what Bayer was offering, actually ask for help from other men and women that are suffering from problems related to their biological implants. So I don't want to make it sound like they're asking for a handout, but they're basically saying, I don't want to settle for what Bayer's giving me, but I'm asking for other people to help me who are in similar situations that I'm in. I have that to me is a bit unsettling. But let's go back to the other point related to settling these lawsuits. Many people believe or are under the impression that lawsuit settlements are made in order to somehow compensate individuals for their pain and suffering. No, that's not what lawsuit settlements are about. Lawsuit settlements are about finishing a problem, settling a problem with the least amount of money involved. And because of that, there's always going to be a huge bite in the big pie as far as what patients are going to get in compensation. So when you're looking at the Bayer Corporation $1.6 billion settlement, when you're starting out at a number around $42,000 per each individual, by the time everybody gets their piece of the pie, the individual will probably get less than $10,000. And they're upset about that. They said, I went through all this pain and suffering, and I deserve more than $10,000. Absolutely, you deserve more than $10,000. But the compensation was not meant to settle your pain and suffering. The compensation is there to settle thousands of lawsuits that will inevitably keep Bayer Corporation in court for years or even decades. So it's basically meant to pay what you can, let's settle all of these cases. But the primary reason for the settlement is not to compensate you for your pain and suffering. The primary reason for the lawsuit settlement is to be done with the cases themselves. I'm going to continue with this subject in the future, but I just wanted to address that as an opening part to my commentary on legal gaslighting as well as medical gaslighting when it has to do with all of these biological implants. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.